Okay, hi there. This is the next part of the tutorial for creating wings with Freecad. I don't want to do the things I have said at the end of the last video. No cutting out of ailerons and putting in these what's the name, beams. I want to do other things that are more interesting. Of course, cutting out ailerons and beams will be in one of the next tutorials. Okay, I have cleaned up this file here a bit. I have changed the complete the sort of this the sorting of these parameters. So they are sorted now. They are not truncated as in the last version, and the names of these parameters here were also sorted, so it's easier to work with them. First I want to do the first thing I want to do is put these Z measurements for this wing and the length of these wing to normal dimensions. You must wait a bit and then they are turned to red color. I don't want to change them with moving. They should stay fixed. The only things I want to move are these parameters, but to create my next drawing extensions I will change them to normal dimensions at this time, so I can't move these pieces here. Okay, now we start here. This parameter, this is fixed, and this is I want to create another curve to create a bending of the wing, to bend the wing, to create something like a sort of winglet. And first I do is I add to these points such lines. They are horizontal and they are these blue, these blue lines too. I change this here so the next parts I construct will also be these blue lines. This one, this one, this one, of course, this one. Don't take this one. This is the wrong point. This is the right point. This one. This one. These lines are only used for better viewing what points we create. This one. Okay. If you are if you want to have these points all in one column, you can select them. Be careful to select, because if you press here, all others are deselected. So these are out, and then you press vertical, and now they are all in one line. And you can move them, and all are taken with this by being by the vertical thing. So next thing is I want to create a line here. It's vertical. I dimension this here. Tell it okay, it's 400 millimeters. That is used because I must subtract 400 millimeters from my points I create. So now we can stay in this blue mode, but it's not needed that we could also I think it's better to switch to the normal construction mode. I create a polygon, and it is first point is located here on this one and on this one and on this one. Okay. This one. It's essential that you don't create lines that are vertical. This one. This one. This one. This one. And this one. Okay, there we are. Now we can create dimensions for these points. So we dimension this one here as a reference, and it gets a name. It's YW2. Just look where it is placed. It's here. Next one. Reference YW3. Next one. Reference YW4. That was not the right one. This is the right one. So now we have 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Reference YW5. this one 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. This and this. It's a reference YW6. It's getting there. So now we move it here. This should be 7. So reference YW7. It's getting there. Move it 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Number 8. Reference YW8. Somewhere here. I guess this is. Yes, it is it. So now we have this one. This one should be 9. Reference YW9. It's placed here. This one, a little bit. Move them a bit up, so that we can put them more here to get more place on the bottom. This is 10. So, okay. And this one. This is reference YW10. It's placed here. Move it more to the bottom, and the last one is this here, measured to this line, reference YW11. Okay, I can now move this line, this dimension here. So I think we are ready with the dimensioning. I now will create the links to the what's the name of it? Sketch, not sketch. Spreadsheet, to the spreadsheet, and after doing this, I will put these lines here to a form that is good for the wing, and then we can start to move these sketches here inside of this additive loft. Okay, but first I go to the spreadsheet, and we have here another a column E. And the first value here is 0. And then here we have our equal sign sketch dot constraints dot YW2, and we can copy it and move it to the other fields. We have to wait a bit because Freecad calculates the model new, but I don't want to remove the additive loft now. This is the last one. So now we need to change the names. This is 2, this here is 3. Must wait and tell it 4, enter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. I can I must subtract this here's 400 and now we can move these sketches to follow this line, but first we go here and change this these points here. So move it there. There. Yeah. 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 No, the last. Now it's okay. This might be a bit into this direction. This a little bit more. And now this gets the winglet. So, and this one like that. There's a little backwards, so like this. Like this. Okay. Now we can have a look here. It's 77 millimeters. It's 7 centimeters high, this winglet. We must look if it looks good. I don't know it. And now we go to these sketches here. First we close this sketch. Sketch 1, we go to the property view, into the position. This is not touched, but this one, it is touched. We add a parameter here. It's AAA. Not, was this E? I think so. E2 minus 400. Does not seem to work, so let's clear it. We go to this spreadsheet again, and let's create here, it's E1 minus 400. Is it working? Yes, it's working. I don't know how to subtract these values here. It's I will short look after this and stop it here and restart after I've found how to do this. Okay, I found a way to solve this. The problem is that the unit is something bad here, so I cannot subtract here by typing minus 400. So I have created here the value 400, but I did not type it in. It is taken out of the sketch. I have named the inside this sketch. I've named where we are there. I've named this dimension here. I've named it origin for origin, and I have added this here in this table, in this spreadsheet, and now I can go into this sketches here. First I close this this drawing. Make this, I don't have to make it visible, I have this visible. So here's the sketch. I go to property view. Here I've added, you see, AAA.A2 minus AAA.B13. B13 is the 400. And now I can put this to the other sketches. E3 minus AAA.B13. Okay. Go to the next sketch. It calculates a bit. So there we are. Next one. Here AAA dot E4 minus AAA dot B13 and okay. Wait a bit, I can click here on the sketch and when it changes I know it's calculated. There we are. Next one. AAA dot E5 minus AAA dot B13 and okay. Do you change? Change. Come on, do it. Yeah, there he is. Next one, number 6. AAA dot E6 minus AAA dot B13 and okay. And wait for number 7 to be able to be edited. There it is. And AAA dot E7 minus AAA dot B13. Okay, wait for number 8 to be editable. Come on, there it is. Now AAA dot E8 minus AAA dot B13 and okay. Now I think we come into the part where the values get higher. So AAA dot E9 minus AAA dot B13. Okay. Come on. Waiting. There we are. Now you see it's getting somehow bended. It's because this value is positive and this is still at 0. So it goes up and down, and this is not good for a wing. So we go here. AAA dot E10 minus AAA dot B13. Okay. And wait to get the last one edited. There we are. This is an interesting winglet, but I don't want to have it this way. So I edited AAA dot E11 minus AAA dot B13 and wait for the last one. It's still calculating. Is it calculating? Yes, it's calculating. Okay, there we have our wing. And here we have some this is not looking very good. Perhaps this winglet is a bit too high, and this is here. We can change this. Go to the sketch here. Now we can look at these things here. These are the measurements, and I can change this value here to be a no reference and tell it to be 400 millimeters. This is calculated. We can now go edit this ones, or I can go here, but it's not easy to select the lines and tell them to be vertical. I can try to delete this line. This is now not used, but these things here, they whatever, what possible way do I have? Is it better now? Not really, but I can tell these points here to be vertical. The thing here is somehow visible again. I don't know why it has a sign here. First thing I want to do is close this sketch. This is not working anymore. Why not? Have I deleted it? Oh, it's this. It's true. Oh, I've deleted the line. Oh, that's, and this, I add another line here, being vertical, put this into its 400 millimeters, and this gets a name. It's the name origin. Now it's okay. I close this. Now we see it's here completely straight. Now we can go to the sketch and move these things here to be a bit less brutal with the forming. Okay, there we are. This one, put it here. And waiting. And this one, something like that. Okay, calculate it. Now we already close this drawing. Okay, this looks a bit better. So now, first thing I do now is to change the whip cutter. It is the first pad. This is a big ground plate here. Select the whip cutter. This is this, and these are these pads here, and this pad has a height of 50 millimeters. I think it's working this the way okay, it's working. I don't need to add more length to this thing, so I can let it this way, or perhaps I plan to make it a bit higher. So I added this pad here and change this to 100 millimeters, and okay. And now you will see the clock again, because the transformation, the calculation of this takes time. Okay, ready calculation. The calculation is ready. So I switch to this thing here. Here we have our complete whip cutter, but I need to change this pad too. It's the size of 50 millimeters needs to be changed to 100 millimeters, and press OK. And there we are. So here are these little parts that cut off these separated ribs. I can look at it from this side, and there we see it. These are these ribs I'm cutting off. I did not change the wing in this form, so all things should be okay. I can make this whip cutter invisible, go to this one and create new bodies here. First body, give it the name skin, and the next body give it the name inner, as in the last tutorial. Now we edit the skin. Look at it. Inner should be invisible. Select it there. Select it here. With pressing the Control key, I have both sides, both planes selected, and go to the Make a Fix Solid button. Bit waiting. There we are. 0.4 millimeters. Press Enter. And this is the skin. It has worked well, I think. So now skin can be made invisible. Switch to the inner, make it visible, make it the active object, active body. Press here. Now we create the boolean. Change this to cut before and add a body. And now select the whip cutter. Where is it? There is it, whip cutter. And now I think you will see the clock again, because it will take some time. Okay, this did not work. Shape is empty. Don't know why. So delete the boolean. And have a look at this, why this may be problematic. There's a whip cutter. This is the inner wing. This the whip cutter. I think I want to try again. Okay, inner is active. I create a boolean. I press here. Boolean. Go to cut, add body, whip cutter, Okay, I'm not sure why this happens, so I leave this alone for now, and we the skin, this worked well. I must have a look why the whip cutter is not working with this wing. Okay, that's for this tutorial. Perhaps I find a solution in the next tutorial. Bye!